Finding a good affordable dress watch isn't easy. In fact, I'd probably say it is the hardest area to find a good watch. There are endless good quality dive watches out there, endless good quality field watches, but when it comes to dress watches, choice is scarce. There are tons of really good expensive dress watches, mostly from luxury brands, but for some reason micro brands don't really make dress watches. And that's the same for this micro brand. Typically, they make field watches. However, they've just released a dress watch that might just be one of the best affordable dress watches on the market. Now, I simply had to review this one because of how good looking it is. Genuinely think you guys are gonna absolutely love this watch. And this watch is only on loan from the watch brand. I don't get to keep it after the video, but I for sure had to get it in for review to show you guys because I think it is so damn good. So the micro brand we're talking about today is Praesidus. I've reviewed quite a few of their watches on the channel now. However, every single watch I've reviewed from them so far has either been a field watch or, a utilitarian watch. This one though is not. This one is a proper dress watch. And my word, considering Praesidus have never made a dress watch before, have they knocked it out of the park. Guys, we're on the road to 100,000 subscribers. Say it with me. If you could hit subscribe right now, we'd be one person closer, so that would be brilliant and it'd make my day. So please do it. So this is the Praesidus Victory Day. Of course, it's a watch to celebrate the Allied forces' victory over, World War II. And, usually I think the watches that do this sort of thing are a little bit of a gimmick because most of the time they have no link to the actual World War. But my word, have they done themselves proud with this one. So truth be told, I don't really know what VE Day has to do with the design of this one. There's not really much on this watch that links it to the war. The case back design does pay homage to that, but we'll cover that shortly. But regardless of what inspired this watch, I'm just glad that they made it because it's never a bad thing to have more choice when it comes to an affordable dress watch, and especially have a choice that's this damn good. So I think in terms of looks, it feels like a dress watch, right? It's a minimal case silhouette, but we still have a couple of details that sort of elevate it just a little bit. For example, this one features folded lugs like you might see on a Speedmaster, for example, which does give the case just a little bit of extra spice. Now, this watch is mostly dial, and therefore it does deliver quite a lot of wrist presence, which we'll cover shortly. But I think Praesidus has nailed the case silhouette on this one. Considering they don't make dress watches, this case is gorgeous. From the side profile, it looks beautifully elegant. There's a gorgeous sweep from lug to lug. It features a completely polished finish all over the case, including the sides, the lugs, the bezel. So, this one might scratch if you plan on wearing it as a daily. But of course, because this is a dress watch, it probably won't meet door handles as much as your other watches will. And yes, this watch looks incredibly beautiful from the front, but flip it over and wow, just look how good this case back looks. So this is where Praesidus pays homage to the World War, to Victory Day, to those who fought in the war. It sort of feels like a medallion, an old school coin. It's got that sort of aged finish to it. And this is a fully engraved case back. I mean, it's quite dramatic. There is this figure in the middle, which I believe represents something from V-Day. Then also some inscriptions that pay homage to the influence for this watch. My favorite element though is those golden leaves that are on each side of the case back. They just look so damn good. Genuinely, one of the best looking case backs I've seen on an affordable watch. Now, although this is a dress watch, it's still capable of everyday wear. That case back is screwed down, same with the crown, which means this watch has 100 meters of water resistance. So if you want to go for a dip in the pool with your dress watch, if you're a little bit insane or you need to go for a swim in an emergency, you'll know that this watch can handle it because it's capable of snorkeling. Now, a proper dress watch needs a gorgeous crystal, and that's exactly what this watch delivers. It features a dramatic double dome sapphire crystal with the bubble effect on the side. Clarity here is exceptional. White dial, as usual, have good clarity. You get tons of distortion from the side angles because of that bubble effect. Genuinely, one of the better crystals that I've seen on an affordable watch. Well done, Praesidus. Now, dial design here is very clean. It's super classy. It features just a simple white finish, maybe even ivory. And then we've got just simple applied elements around the dial with just a little bit of variation between the different elements. So for the quarter hour indexes, we sort of have these triangular pieces. We have a simple applied 12 at the top of the dial, and then these sort of dots or balls applied for the rest of them. All of these elements are polished, so they do sort of dance in the sun, if you will. Also, I'm an absolute sucker when it comes to Dauphine hands. There's just something about how they look look that just tickles me inside in the best possible way, and I think it was the perfect choice for this style of watch. Branding has been kept simple, just the Praesidus and Victory Day below that, nothing down towards the 6, and then there's a simple printed black minute track on the outer dial. I don't think this is a watch that offers insane legibility, right? But it's a dress watch, so it's not really supposed to. Because the thing that this watch excels at is looking exceptionally classy. And on the wrist, this watch looks classy too. 38mm case diameter, 46.5mm for the lug-to-lug, and then just 10.8mm thick. I'd say this is a contemporary dress watch, right? Even 38mm is still on the bigger end for a traditional dress watch. But of course, for a modern market, people like their watches to be a little bit bigger than they used to be, even dress watches, which should be a little bit smaller, by the way. I think this watch is going to work for a lot of people, even smaller wrists. Speaking of, this is a brilliant supplied strap, tapers from 20 down to 16, and Praesidus delivers a matching gold buckle with brushed and polished surfaces. Leather quality here is high, it's super soft out of the box, and it's one of those leather straps that I think will look better as time goes on. Now, thank goodness they've used a good movement inside of this one, because it deserves it with how good it looks. Praesidus opted for the Miyota 9039, which is a premium Miyota movement, high beat rate, power reserve 42 hours on this one. And as always with this movement, it allows the watch to be nice and slim, which means of course you get a comfortable wearing experience. Praesidus offers 4 different versions of this watch. Unfortunately though, 3 of them feature a gold case. There's only one of them that features a regular stainless steel case, and that one comes with a black dial. All versions come in at $580, and this is an American, a US based watch brand. So for my US viewers who have been struggling with the tariff situation and don't want any part of it anymore, you need to start supporting your American micro brands because they're making some really good stuff. Now, flaws. Admittedly, this one was hard to pick apart. There's not too much wrong with it, and to be honest, I am nitpicking. The supplied strap on this one is super long. I am on the smallest possible hole. So if you've got a smaller wrist than me, you won't be able to wear the supplied strap, so bear that in mind. Under the macro lens, I've noticed that the finishing on the hands, it's a little bit sloppy. Now, you can't really see this with the naked eye, right? You need to get it under the macro lens to be able to see it, but a sharp, polished handset like this is often hard to finish, and whoever made these hands has struggled a little bit. And my main flaw with this one is just a lack of options. 3 gold cases, only 1 regular steel case. Dial options, there's no colours here. I think they've missed a trick. I would have liked to have seen maybe a salmon, maybe a green dial, maybe play around with the Victory Day, the colours that are associated with that, and maybe offer a little bit more colour with this one. That being said though, this is a brilliant watch. As mentioned, finding a good affordable dress watch ain't easy. For around $500, there simply isn't a lot of choice. Praesidus have just put themselves on that contender list. If you need an affordable dress watch with compact dimensions, then the Victory Day for sure is one that you should consider. Dial design, case silhouette, great movement, everything has been nailed here. Also, just another shout out to the case back, just look how good it looks. So although Praesidus are mostly known for creating field watches, very well done to them for creating such an incredible dress watch. $580 is a great price because it's got a good movement, a good crystal, but it's the design here. It's original, it's beautiful, it looks endlessly classy on the wrist. I feel very confident pointing you in the direction of Praesidus. You'll of course find the link to check out this watch and the other versions available in the description. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, I appreciate you, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.